Action.
This is the best part of recording. You get to hear yourself talk. Are you still listening to yourself?
Yes, I can hear myself.
You can hear me? I can hear myself.
Okay.
Here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Good. And how are you guys doing?
I'm okay. Today's not a good day.
No? So why are we here today?
So, I'm here with Alani and Amanda, in case you guys
Didn't
watching didn't know. We're here interviewing Hassan Nunez, or Mr. Nunez, about yours or someone else's immigration story.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Welcome, Nunez. How are
Thank
you?
you. Thank you for having me and for asking me to do this. I think it's real important to know, your family's story. So I've always been fascinated about my mom's and my dad's journey. And, I do a little research on my own. There's this great website called, Ancestry.com, where I've been able to trace my family's family tree like 3 or 4 generations back. Okay, so that's a great resource if you're really interested in that. But going back to my parents, my father came to this country in the 1940s. I'd say right around World War II. And the reason why is because the men here in the United States, a lot of them signed up to go fight in World War II. And they needed help. And one of the areas that my father helped in was agriculture. So he worked on the farms, picking a lot of the fruit and vegetables that I'm assuming they needed for the war effort, okay? So this was a special program that America, the United States, had developed called the Bracero program. Bracero means open arms, right? Which is a wonderful idea. Unfortunately, he did have to experience a lot of discrimination, racism, even though they accepted him here as a worker, but they just didn't want him to stay. Eventually, he did get his residency, but he worked all over the country, Texas, Chicago, on railroads. So I'm proud of the fact that my dad was here, providing his labor to help build America to some degree. Then eventually he did meet my mom. Well, first of all, he had to come for a reason. I have to tell that story.
Okay, can I just say, I'm sorry for interrupting, but when we ask questions, you are free to decline or add to anything.
Got it. Thank you. So is there a question you might want to ask that maybe I could answer with the next part?
The first question we have is, was it difficult to leave your home?
For him, I'm assuming yes, because one, you're coming to a country where you don't speak the language, and two, not knowing what to expect. The stories that I hear was that they were coming to just rake up
Are you serious?
What the hell?
rake up the dollar bills. They were gonna rake them up. And unfortunately, they got here and they realized that it's a lot harder than that. And yes, I'm assuming it was hard because they had to leave their families. But they left for a purpose, to help support families in Mexico.
How would you describe your home? Or
Growing up, it was a blast. I'm so grateful that my dad lived in this country and realized that, hey, my siblings and I have all of these opportunities that he didn't have, specifically with education. That was his priority. My mom and my dad, they put us through Catholic school, private school, basically, as a housekeeper and a gardener. They put us through that education, and they made education a priority for us, and I'm really grateful for that.
Do you think leaving your home or their home was a good decision?
Well, I think so, because my mother had to leave because her opportunities were so limited in Mexico as well. Being a woman, right, and a single mother at that, she had to struggle. And then when she met my father, I think they made a great team, and then eventually came to the United States and built a nice family and a foundation for my family, my brothers and sisters as well.
if you could have the chance to, would you have changed the way things worked in your
No,
country?
I can't. I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I think the good and the bad, you have to take both, okay? Because, I mean, life, that's what life is all about. You have to struggle in order to grow. And I think my parents' struggle has allowed me to grow. And I'm grateful for everything that they ever gave us. Even though we grew up in, a lot of people would say, oh, a poor community. No, I think there was a lot of blessings there. I've been very blessed to have grown up where I grew up.
What made you want to leave your country in the first place?
Well, speaking for my father and my mother, there was just poverty. Where they're from, it's just not a whole lot of opportunities. A lot of, it's just poor areas that they lived in, that they had to look for something better.
What were your hardships being an immigrant, given your previous beliefs and lifestyle of your country or origin?
Well, the language was one of the hardships they had to learn. But my father, he learned to speak English fluently, and my mother as well. And then they adapted so well. The cultural connections, the cultural adaptations, because we had friends and family of different races. And I think they adapted so well. And that, I think, is one of the blessings that I'm talking about.
How did the process of becoming an immigrant affect relationships within your life? Like relationships with your family, friends, and or in your romantic life?
Well, I don't know about the romantic part, but I guess it relates, because think about it. The way we grew up, we were exposed to different races that accepted us. So, in that sense, I have friends that are from different nationalities. We grew up in a community that was very, I didn't experience the racism until actually when I got older, And it's unfortunate that that's the way we're living right now in certain areas. But as far as relationships, I'm open to a lot of other nationality, cultures, anything. I'm not a closed-minded person, or at least I try not to be. And for that matter, I think I have my parents to thank for that.
Was there ever a point in your journey where you considered turning back?
I don't think so. For my parents, if I'm speaking for my father and my mother, they couldn't turn back. They knew that this was it, because there was nothing for them. I'm sure there was, but it was just going to be a lot harder for them.
Where in your journey did you struggle finding who you are?
Well, when I got older, I realized that, I grew up different. I wasn't the same as, people viewed me, and they still view me, I think, in some cases, as different. And they look at me with a side eye, and who is this guy? And that's cool, because they didn't go through my experiences, and they don't have what I experienced. I'm grateful for that, and it's unfortunate some people can't see that,
Why did your journey take place? Is your journey still happening?
Well, my parents' journey took place because of the economic and social, political situation in Mexico is always evolving, still continues to affect a lot of people. And mine, yes, because now I'm affecting other children of immigrants, right? And by me telling my story, they can sit there and go, okay, maybe I need to settle down and maybe look at what's important, which is education, in my eyes.
Do you ever use your previous experience in your home country to settle and when you arrive in the United States?
My peers' experience, yes. I love the fact that I've come to meet people from all over Mexico, all over Central America, and even South America. I have friends from all different areas that I've benefited from knowing them, right? The food alone, just knowing people from different areas, man, that right there is a way to connect with someone and also build those relationships.
Was there a situation where you almost got caught?
Yes, there was a couple of times that my parents got, there's the bell, sorry. There was a couple of times that my parents did I think my dad got deported a couple of times. And you know who came to save him? A white family came and went to go look for him, because they appreciated him so much that they wanted to help him get his residency, and that's how he got it. They went and fought for him to come and become a citizen. Oh, sorry, I'll be there right now. We're just finishing up. All right, girls. Sorry it took so long. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right, we'll do part 2.
That's it for now, guys.
Yes, and we still got to do our taste test.